Before enrolling in ECS 210, I thought curriculum was written for students by higher up people. In the short definition, that is basically what it is, but it also has a much deeper meaning behind it. My understanding of curriculum after ECS 210 has greatly improved. The understanding I have for curriculum now is based off of Levin, Chambers, and Donald's work. The part of the class where we discussed Levin was one of my favorite classes. This is because it got the class heated and really wanting to discuss. He did have a very good paper about curriculum, but the fact that he was involved in what he was involved in makes me not want to teach his work in my soon-to-be classroom. Although he is a very skilled man who has won awards and knows what he's talking about, it doesn't take away from what he did. Levin states that every single decision in education can be seen as a political one, in some shape or form, and I completely agree. He views the curriculum as a place where politics often are, and I think most people have that view, especially me. Everything in this life is political. Reading his work made me realize that the political side influences what is taught, who is teaching it, and who is allowed to speak publicly, which only allows students to see a certain side of it. Another one of my favorite discussions was Chambers. I really enjoyed seeing a different side of people and getting to experience what place meant to them. Learning from the place where you are, I think, impacts a great deal of your work. When learning about the place that we came from and being a part of it, I think makes us more grateful of what it is. When you grow up in a place, it has a great impact of the person you are and soon will become. Curriculum of place allows students to reconnect with their land, as it soon may go downhill. Allowing them to go outside and see where they came from is a great add to the curriculum. Donald's view of curriculum is different than the others. Most people were shocked when they heard there would be an Aboriginal side of the curriculum added in. I would just like to know why. There are many different curriculums made from the place people are from, and Aboriginals are mostly from Canada, so why not add their view into it? Learning about the First Nations people I always found very interesting, and I actually liked learning about them, so I was happy when they got a section in the curriculum. If anything, I think we should learn more about them. They have a very interesting life, and Donald allows some of Canada to see that. Curriculum is very important in education. It helps an endless amount of teachers plan ahead for lessons and term work. These theories have helped many teachers in the long run in knowing what to do and what to teach. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I personally don't think teachers have a say in what goes into curriculum, but I could always be wrong. The teachers do, however, get a say in somewhat of what they teach. They get to make all different sorts of lesson plans and make the learning fun for students. I remember curriculum being what teachers do talk about, but also what they don't talk about, because in the long run, they get to decide what goes in and what goes out. Teachers also teach the hidden curriculum, which is the one not on paper. For young students, it would be things like sharing and caring, and for older, what makes a good person, because not all parents can teach that. There's also such a thing as a null curriculum. This is what students don't get to learn, because teachers either don't have time to teach it, or just don't want to. For a case like Levin, I'm not completely sure if Ontario still learns about sex ed the way he wanted them to, but if they do, I don't think teachers would have much of a say in how they teach sex ed. They can pick how they teach it, but this is a place where a lot of information from the curriculum couldn't be left out. So changing what I said at the beginning, teachers may not have a say in what goes into the curriculum, but they definitely have a say in what goes into a student's mind. A topic that pushed my thinking was the Levin topic. I wasn't sure how to think at the beginning because I had 3 teachers go to prison for child molestation, so it really made me think. In the long run, I don't agree with his work, even though it was good. I also had no idea about the different types of curriculum. It opened my eyes to knowing how many there are, and I bet there will be more to come. I was most shocked about the curriculum of place because I have never heard anyone mention it before this class, and I think it is a very important part of learning. In becoming a teacher, I can't wait to sit down with other teachers and learn in more depth about what it is, or eventually getting my master's and actually having a say in what goes into the curriculum, if that is possible, or if I have to be even higher up for that. Overall, I recommend a curriculum class to anyone going into any part of education. I had no idea there were so many different people and topics to come from it.